and gentlemen, welcome to Ibiza. I know many of you have made a huge effort to join us today, so thank you very much. This marvelous island has hosted the most important DJs in the world and also has given us unforgettable parties, like yesterday. Great, David, but this morning some people was like hard morning. So, what are we doing here? It's August, we are in Ibiza, Heuer. I'm a sport journalist, you are a journalist too. I will explain to you. We celebrate the alliance between music and sport in a unique way, the Heuer's way. We have the best sides and the most amazing people, so don't we feel great today? This afternoon we have the pleasure to have with us the CEO, the Heuer CEO and President of the LVMH Watch Division. For me, it's an honor to introduce Mr. Claude Biver.
Thank you.
Let's give him a warm applause.
Okay.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. Thank you for being here. Music and sport. But you know, music is life. Music is happiness. And music is communication. It's the best language. It's the only language everybody understands. With music, you travel all around the world and everybody understands and everybody has the same emotion and everybody has the same pleasure and everybody has the same hope and everybody has the same joy. God damn, music is God! Music is God! Music is love! It's the magic. This is why I love the people who master music. This is why I am with David and Martin. Because I love them. I admire what they do. I admire also people who do sport. Because sport in a certain way, especially football, is also a language. Everybody understands. Everybody has the emotion. Everybody is happy. Everybody wants the success of his country or of his club. So you see there are similarities between football, sport and music. But music is about everything. Because as I said before, music is the language that everybody understands. It's something that touches people. And this is why we should admire and we should be thankful for the people who master music and who give us this emotion. So Martin, thank you. David, thank you. Is that
Thank you,
all right?
Mr. River. It's okay, perfect. Don't go too far because I'm gonna need you during the afternoon. Okay, let me tell you something. Heuer is a disruptive watchmaking brand for more than 150 years. It has faced down every challenge successfully. What is the success formula? You know, they know. They have been more innovative than any other Swiss watchmakers. High precision and performance. Making its own rules, choosing its own path, never quitting. Moving forward, Heuer never cracks under pressure. It sounds good. Never cracks under pressure. You're gonna listen to this many times during the afternoon. That is the same philosophy it seeks in these ambassadors. David Guetta. They found all of this in David Guetta. The electronic and dance music icon, the pioneer, the opener, one of the best electronic music artists of all times. You see him and you wanna dance, only see him. So let me introduce David. So applause from David. Likewise, this other young man, talented, disruptive, genius in a single word, a phenomenon. At his 20s, he is loved by his energetic personality, so no one else than Martin Garrix. Okay, we have two different generations of DJ here today. We are in Ibiza, cradle of electronic music. We have also one watchmaker, the Heuers, a brand who loves sports, football, Formula 1, surf. So You know, we are here making history, mixing the best four universes: music, sports, lifestyles, and heritage, making them coexist with precision as a watch mechanism. So now, where are we going? Tag Heuer is looking for the new generation of cool, modern, and fashionable people. And they're gonna get it. I will stop talking by now because it's just the perfect time to witness an ice talk between David, Martin, and Mr. Biver. So, let's start from the beginning. I understand that music, sports, lifestyle, and heritage is very important for Tag Heuer. How did you plan this integration in such a gorgeous way?
42 years in the watch business, 42 years of passion, 42 years with the best team, 42 years of happiness. Once you have this, nothing can go wrong. The problem is, if you have 1 year experience or 2 years experience, then you must be a genius. But I'm not a genius, I have 42 years of experience. I have 42 years the best people. So, nothing can go wrong. It was more difficult when I started, because then we took risks, then we didn't know, then we didn't crack under pressure. Now I don't need not to crack under pressure because I have not much pressure. I have pleasure. I have happiness. And you know what? The watch business, Swiss watch business, it's 7 months, end of July, is down 13.5%. The Swiss watch industry has produced 13.5% less turnover than the year before. Tag Heuer plus 20. Plus 20. We have the best 7 months of our history. That is thanks to the team. That is thanks to the people. And when you are the boss, the success can never be yours. The success must be given to the team. And when you are the boss and you have failures, the failure can never be the one of the team. You have to endorse the failures. Thanks God, I can only share the success. I don't have to endorse the failures because up till today there is none.
The perfect summer for Tag Heuer. So David, how's your summer going along?
First, when I grow up, I want to be like Jean-Claude. Really, it's amazing to see someone that is still so passionate. I love it, and you know, I think we actually 3 different generations, and we're so blessed that we can live out of our passion. And I think it's really fascinating to see Jean-Claude being still so passionate. I really love it. I just wanted to say, sorry. What was the question?
How's your summer going along? You can say anything.
The summer is going great.
You don't sleep a lot, I think.
Yeah, that's the only problem with my job. But everything else is perfect. And well, I have I have 2 shows here in Ibiza. I have Pacha on Thursday that I've been doing for many years, and I have Ushuaia on Monday. They're both very successful, and I feel like home. Actually, my only home would be in Ibiza. I'm here only for 2 months of the year, but this is the only place because I live in hotels the entire year. So I'm very happy in the summer that I have a real home where I don't have to pack every day. That's the only time, and I love it.
Okay, David. So why performing in Ibiza is so special for you, for the DJs? Martin, David?
Well, you know, there are a few strategic, I think in any activities, you know, there's the, okay, you know, this is I would say there are certain things that you do just for fun because we're passionate and we want to do some things just for fun and we don't need to make money. There are certain things that you do for money because we also need to make money. and there are certain things that you do for strategy, and Ibiza is definitely a very strategic place. It's the kind of the mecca of dance music in the world. So what happens is promoters from everywhere in the world that are organizing festivals everywhere in South America, in Asia, in the US, they come here during the summer and they look at the parties and how successful they are, and they duplicate this everywhere in the world. So being successful in Ibiza is very important, not only for the summer and the time we're here, it's also for the entire year. And it's a little bit like, I'm sure when Heuer is investing in marketing, you know, it's also for us a way to invest in our own marketing to have a night in Ibiza.
Martin, what do you feel here in Ibiza?
I feel happiness. Yeah, I think that's the right word. If I think about Ibiza, I think about happiness. I love it here. I had some of the best moments of my life here. There are beautiful beaches, there's beautiful parties. I'm surrounded with amazing people, and I know I only have good memories in Ibiza. So that we're here together, the three of us, it feels really, really good, and I'm very thankful to be here.
My last question for Martin, David, and also Mr. Biver. Can you tell us about the recent situation where you were under a lot of pressure and how to manage not to crack? Do you remember?
Yes. I was at Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show last Monday, and I was really, really, really nervous.
What happened?
I had to perform for 8 million viewers around the world, and with my guitar, so I was a little bit stressed.
But I know your father bought you a present when you were like only 4 years old, and it was a guitar.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. In the end, it went great, but I don't remember the last time I was that stressed in my life. But everything turned out great, so don't crack under pressure.
Mr. Biver?
I was 2 days ago in Beijing with 150 military commander of China, of the China Space Agency, presenting the program how they will go on the moon, the dark side of the moon in 2017, and the program how they will go to Mars in 2020. And at a certain moment I had to go on stage and speak. So that was quite a pressure, because I never spoke in front of 150 army guys. There were a ton of medals. If you would collect all the medals, I would have 1,000 kilos of medals. And I said, I cannot make a joke now. I must speak seriously, like a normal CEO. And so I went on the scene, and I looked at the people, and I said I must do something to catch attention and to make all these people smile, because nobody was smiling. You know, military never smile, at least not in public. So I went on stage, and when I arrived, you know, they always, when they speak, this military, because they spoke before me, they come on stage and they do this. And then they go there, and then they read. So I came, and I made this. And then I said, it's not enough what I just did. I only said hello. I must do more. Then I did this. And then I said, this is to honor China Space Agency, who is going to moon and who's going to Mars, and I will be with you. And then they said, "Wah!" And they all smiled. Yes, it was a big success. But I tell you, I swear, I knew I had to go on stage, and I said, shit, what will I do? And I got the inspiration when I was in front of the people.
Don't crack
so
under
I didn't
pressure.
crack under pressure, no. The pressure was my ally. It helped me.
Okay. David, you don't want to share something?
Yeah, me probably would be very recently. I did well, maybe the first time I played in a club. At the time it was vinyl, and I was shaking so much that I couldn't put the needle on the record because I was so scared. But lately I've done something really special in my life. I've done the music. Maybe some of you know that for the UO, the UFA, and I'm from Paris, so the championship was happening in Paris, and I did something that I was dreaming of since years and years. I had a concert under the Eiffel Tower, and I used the Eiffel Tower as a part of my show. So I programmed the lights on the Eiffel Tower as part of the show. It was really crazy. And yeah, this was very stressful for me. It was very emotional. That was probably one of the peak moments of my life. And of course the day after when we opened for the games, it was very special.
It's so nice hearing the chat between the legends of the music and Mr. Biver. But now it's your turn, college. You can ask something, you can raise your hands, feel free.
My name's Andy Dean, and I was just wondering, with you three guys sat together, the whole importance of timing, obviously, is critical in your business. For a DJ, for a producer, synchronizing, and so tag is a beautiful fit for you, I assume. And how has that relationship developed? How did it happen? How did it come about?
Okay. Well, we've been friends even before Jean-Claude with Tag, and I always loved his fashion. And we both like skiing, so sometimes we eat in the middle of the mountain and out of the business side. And I mean, what made me want to be part of the Euro is also similar to this. I completely agree with what Jean-Claude was saying. I really feel like sports and music have so many similarities, because of the emotion they bring, because of the energy they bring, the passion they bring, because there's a sense of communities also, and I think it's great that Tag is, supporting sport and music, and it's a great brand. I like the fact that it's a luxury brand, but I think it's still accessible to people, and for me this is something very important, because I've been approached sometimes by like top luxury, and I always feel like the music that I'm making is for the people, and I always wanted to share my music with everybody. So I like the fact that Tag is quality, it's luxury, but it's still accessible to the people that are listening to my music. So for me this was very important, and that's one of the reasons why I said, yeah, let's go. And also because we have the best MC in the world, you saw that, so I'm happy to follow him.
For me, basically David took all the words out of my mouth, but I must also say that there are a lot of collaborations between brands and artists that I see happening and that don't feel natural, and I really have this feeling with Tag Heuer that it feels good. It feels like they really understand our culture, and I don't know, from the day we started working, there was only, look at this guy, always smiling, there's so much positive energy, and I really think that's amazing and very important when you start working together. If you start working together and it doesn't feel like work, then it's something special. And working and sitting here with these guys really is something special.
My opinion, to be partner means that we share, means that we respect, and means that even we forgive mistakes. That is partnership. So, sharing, what do we share? We share the same culture. We share the mentality. And when you have a partner with which you can share the mentality, you can share his art, and you have a sensitivity for his art, then already half is done. When you respect your partner, when you understand, because the partner has certain obligations, or the partner has certain problems, you must respect that. You cannot ask a partner to do impossible things. Then the business is done. So at the end, it's not a partnership that is based on commercial, it's a partnership that is based on understanding. A partnership that is based on sharing. That is solid. Once you have this, you have a friend. And once you have a friend, you can cross every mountain together. You know? And this is what I have always tried to achieve with partners. Always. From first day on. And we have had partners where we felt, or future partners, where we felt it will not work. And we gave up. We said it's better not to go into a relationship because there is no chemical magic. Nothing comes out of it. So you see, this is what we have achieved here with those two friends, and that's great. That's why we're here today.
Hi, I'm Trinidad Barlecon from Le Matin, speaking newspaper. And today you are going to play football, so my question was more about football. For David especially, what is your relationship with football? Did you play before? And in general, for the three of you, with your heavy schedules, how do you keep in shape? Also because I noticed you lost a lot of weight.
What did you notice?
You changed the question.
Just wanted to hear it.
So it was too
Well, actually it's very funny because when they told me about this event, I was always the worst at football. At school it was like embarrassing. I love sports and I'm into sports, but football is really not what I'm good at. So I called Martin, I said, oh my God, please don't tell me that you're good at playing football. He was like, no, don't worry, I suck too, we good. Yeah. So we should be fine today.
And I don't know. For me, when I was younger, I played football, but always the match was on Sunday morning, and I was DJing at like a local thing. So I would always only have 2-3 hours of sleep, and they would never put me in the field as a backup in case someone got injured or. So that was my football story. You'll be fine, David. You'll be fine.
I went to the wedding of my oldest son. He got married in China on the 28th of April. And the wedding was more or less 1 week, but there was a final event on the 28th. Maybe there were 800 people, I don't remember, because in China you invite a lot of people. And as I was the father of the guy who got married, my son, all the Chinese came to me and they said, "Kampai." So probably I had to drink 600 glasses of Moutai. Is very, very strong alcohol, but a very little bit, only like this. But 600 times a little bit ends up making a lot. So on the 29th, when we left home by plane, oh no, the 30th, I said to my wife, "Shit, I'm gonna stop drinking." And she said, "That's impossible. Come on, stop saying, you cannot stop." I said, "What? You will see." And I have not drunk a glass of alcohol since the 28th of April. But I will stop tonight. Well, that's what I did. Incredible. It was, you know, it was a provocation. She said, you cannot stop. I said, come on, we will see. And I don't know how I did it, but I stopped.
Any question?
Hi, my name is Sophie Fairley. I work for Revolution magazine in Switzerland. It's a watch magazine. As I'm not at all an expert in EDM, I wondered if, David, you could tell us what's amazing about Martin, and Martin, you could tell us what's great about the work of David.
I think what I like the most about David is that he's fucking David Guetta, and he's the most nice guy I know in this industry. There are a lot of people in this industry who, because you travel luxury, you play shows in front of thousands of people, but there are a lot of people in this industry where I can't connect, and there are only very few people I can connect so good with as with David. And what I must also say, I love how he supports so much new artists, and he always reinvents himself with his sound. And it sounds weird saying this while he's sitting next to me, but it's really super one of my inspirations.
Thank you very much. What is great about Martin? I mean, you know, first, I heard his record. He had this huge record called Animal, and that was his first big record. It was actually funny because he was so young when he had this hit that he couldn't play in clubs because he was 17. So he had the biggest record in the world, and in America it was so huge, but they wouldn't let him play in clubs because he was still a kid, you know. So I thought, I got intrigued by this, and when we met, I wanted to know a little more, like if it was an accident or, you know. And because it happens, you know, sometimes we tweak buttons. Most of the times we're just lucky. We tweak buttons and we're like, oh, this sounds good. We just get lucky. But sometimes there's also a little more than this. And then we met, and he played me. He was still going to school. He played me all different types of music, and I was like, wow, I was really impressed. And as you've seen, like he's an amazing personality also. And I think, you know, what makes an artist a star is not only the music. It's a little bit more than that, because you have some amazing producers and they never become big artists. And Martin, for example, has, if you look at how many hits he has, it's good, but it's only the beginning of his career. And if you look at the reach that he has in his social media, for example, it's absolutely unbelievable. Like, it's a real social phenomenon. And I think this is due to his personality, you know. And I think really when you combine talent, hard work, and a great personality, then you have a star. So I believe, I totally believe, and I'm sure he's going to do amazing. And it feels good because he's such a nice person, you know. And same, you know, we are in a world where it's very easy to become crazy, because you know, all day long people tell you that you're a genius. All day long people tell you that you're the best. You know, you can lose the notion of money very easily, because of course we're very blessed, and we live an amazing life. So to stay grounded, it's not everybody, and for me it was a little bit different because I got successful a little later. But most young artists become crazy because you're not prepared to that, and I think it's incredibly humble when I see his success. So I love this.
Any question?
Hi, my name is Cheta from QP Magazine Thailand. This question go to Martin and David. If you can put any function in the watch, what would you put?
Time travel.
Well, musical function, like helping you, to do DJ better inside the watch. What would you ask Mr. Biver to do for you guys?
Oh yeah, actually there's something that would be totally possible is to find the tempo and the key. And I'm sure that would be very easy to do, and that would be very good for DJs. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm still thinking. For me, what would be great? I don't know. I always have like. I'm always playing music when I'm traveling or when I'm in the car. So there's like a really good speaker, but that you cannot see it. It would be nice.
One last question.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm from ConferenceI in Switzerland, and the question would be for you, David. As we're here with a Swiss brand, can you talk a little bit about your relationship to Switzerland? I think you spend quite some. I mean, I heard you spend quite some time there. Sometimes, do you even write music when you teach yourself to hotels and stuff?
First, I don't have any bank account in Switzerland. I want to make this clear. I like Switzerland. Actually, I think the first shows I did outside of my country, France, were in Switzerland, in Le Made, in Lausanne. And yeah, I have like the best memories. It was the early beginning of house music. And then also, wow, this is a very long time ago, but I was living in, I don't even remember the name of the city. There was a time where Voice of America was in Switzerland, and I was creating jingles I was producing the jingles for them. So I spent a few months there. But yeah, I like Switzerland. Maybe one day maybe one day if I need to find a good solution for my taxes, I will go live in this beautiful country.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now, it's time to mix music and sport. So, Mr. Biver, you have something for us. What's the surprise? Where are we going now?
I have a surprise, it's my cheese. I brought some cheese. The cheese is round, but not exactly like a ball. And I think this is my surprise. I cannot think about another
I think before
surprise.
we're going to another place.
Okay, I'm ready to follow. I must say, I only knew that I would meet Martin and David
I'm gonna
today.
tell you, we're gonna play football, Mr. Biver.
Well, yes! So, the only thing I have cheese. When do we get the cheese?
At first the football match.
Okay, then we have, we are sponsored
But
the
you are
Liga.
in charge.
I must say, Heuer is the sponsor of Bundesliga, which is Germany. He is the sponsor of the Premier League, which is England. He is the sponsor of the Liga, which is Spain. He is the sponsor of the Asian Cup, which is Asia. He is the sponsor of the Japanese League, which is Japanese. He is the sponsor of the Chinese League, which is China. And he is the sponsor of the Australian League and sponsor of the Korean League. So our involvement in football is quite big. And we are sponsor of Feyenoord, which is from Holland. And we are sponsor of Manchester United. And we have Cristiano Ronaldo, who could not come today because he's playing. So you see, we are quite active in football, extremely active. And now, I remember we have a few stars from Spain, from La Liga, who came, who joined us. I don't know where they are, but let's go and see.
Let's follow me because we are going downstairs to the football field.
Excellent.
But before, Mr. Biver, I think you should make a picture with David and Martin.
Okay, yes.
So, the photographers, please.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.